Thank you for tuning in. This is Adam, and
I'm still Izzy.
And today we're going to be talking about the 77D from Canon. This is the newly released 77D, and we got to take a quick look of the camera and its features. So stay tuned.
We're going to talk about it. I can't show you how it works pre-production.
All right. If this video helps you out, hit us up with a like and subscribe to our channel. And when you're in Miami, right?
You got to come by. If you're in Miami, you got to come by and say hello to Adam and I. You have to. And buy lunch. All right. So we got a hold of a 77D.
Right.
You got to touch it. I got to play with it. We couldn't do any stills or videos with it. But
There's
we got
a joke in there somewhere, right?
I know there is. But you know what? We're going to keep it PG. Not even. We're going to stay at the G level. But guess what? It had some incredible new features. I was very highly impressed. What did you think? I
was impressed with the camera, yeah. It's based around the 24 megapixel CMOS sensor, APS-C of course. Mm-hmm. It's going to feature a new image processor, right, Izzy?
Right, so yeah. It has a new DIGIC 7 image processor. Right. So there's a big plus right there.
Right, so like we have the 80D over here, and that has been one of our top sellers, right? So this features the DIGIC 6 processor. Mm-hmm. So this is a step ahead, a step forward with the DIGIC 7. What else are we seeing with the 77D?
They're jumping into the dual pixel focusing. That's the CMOS dual pixel is now a legacy with them. So that means that's something that's going to be going forward, which is important, especially in a sub-$1,000 price point camera.
Right.
So I think that's a really important feature to keep putting into the DSLRs for both video and stills.
Right. So like, let's say you do vlogging or, you know, the great thing with the Canon DSLRs, you got that really nice high resolution flip out screen. Now with the dual pixel AF, it will be able to do face detect. So you can be a one-person shooter and you know, maintain that focus right on the face. And as we're talking, we're actually shooting with the 5D Mark IV. I'm standing here with Izzy, so we got proof that the camera is able. Canon's dual pixel AF works really well. It's very consistent, and you know, we don't have an operator right now.
Right.
So
also that new metering system, the RGB+IR, that's really important because we saw it before in the
7D Mark II has it. This isn't going to be as sophisticated, but it's going to work well as far as attaining focus, especially for for face detection. It's able to pick out skin tones and whatnot.
It's going to make our lives so much easier. And speaking about so much easier, going forward again, now they maintain the Wi-Fi and the NFC, and they're including the Bluetooth capability, which we've seen does vastly improve in the connection capability of your camera now.
Right. So another thing that's been improved on the 77D is going to feature 45 all cross type focusing points.
Phase detect.
And phase detect. So again, improved for tracking subjects. It shoots 6 frames per second.
Yes, that
with
is the
continuous
upgrade.
autofocus.
That's the other upgrade that they did on there, and also the native ISO, anywhere from 100 to what,
25,600.
25,600. That's impressive in today's DSLR market, where we need to be able to work at the lower ISOs and have a working camera that can do it for you.
At the higher ISO, right? Mm-hmm. So you know, being able to shoot anything from 100 ISO for doing, you know, getting rich, detailed images with low noise, to something like 25,600 that you can be shooting in, you know, with very minimal light. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty impressive for a camera like this to do.
Again, all I have to say is I think that Canon is going in the right direction here. Everybody was saying, well, you know, this is just another moniker that they're coming out with. No, they're actually thinking for the photographer and the videographer and putting together features that we keep asking for.
Right. And, you know, all you viewers out there, stay tuned. We're going to be doing some FAQs. We're going to show you overviews, sample we're going to shoot some sample footage, photos,
videos.
So once we get a working sample in the store, which should be within the next
soon.
few weeks, right?
Remember, it's going to be released this month, so we should have access to it relatively soon. It's just that we were at least lucky enough that we were able to look at.
Right.
By the way, we can't forget about the new UI. Remember?
Yeah, I was just going to mention to you, this is something new to the Canon cameras, and you were going nuts when you were looking at the camera.
Photo assist. I was like, wow, that's an incredible feature in this world where everybody throws away the instruction manual. If you're a novice, this is going to be a great feature for you. It's very graphical, very crisply on the screen. It allows you to toggle back and forth. So if you put a question on here and you toggle to, how could I get some beautiful bokeh? Guess what? All you do is slide back and forth and it explains to you, to create that effect, what aperture you have to work with. And it's basically an instructional assistant with you at all times. So very impressive indeed. I think that was a very good plus in the fact of this new 77D coming
Right,
with
I think that's going to really help out. It's going to kind of make the photography fun for at least for new users that might have a little bit a difficult time understanding what the aperture does. They show you photo examples so you can pretty much slide back and forth to choose what type of look that you want to achieve. So.
And of course, if you are an advanced user, you can turn that feature off. But I like the fact that it comes with it right away. So again, another big plus for Canon. Kudos to Canon for thinking about the novice user and not leaving you high and dry. It's taking away that frustration factor.
So we talked about the dual pixel AF in video. What other features do you have in the 77D for video?
The new HDR.
Right.
We were very happy when we got HDR with the 80D, and now it's going forward into the 77D, but guess what?
It's now at 60 frames per second. So the HDR video is kind of at its infancy. It's new to the Canon cameras, but it's a neat feature to have in camera, so you don't have to do it. You don't have to install any type of firmware onto the camera. So it's a neat feature to use, and I'm looking forward to see what the quality that it's going to give you. So the camera can shoot full HD video at up to 60 frames per second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, correct.
You're going to have a mic input. You're not going to have a headphone jack, right? So you'll have to find a way to be able to monitor the audio after you record.
Right.
Or while you're recording, but you'll have to have some sort of external device to be able to do that.
I honestly think that there's a lot of pluses in this new upgrade from Canon on the 77D.
Right.
That's my thought.
They changed the battery though, right? So
it is not an LP6.
Well, they didn't change the battery. They're using the same battery that's in the T6S, right? The LPE17.
Yep. All the Rebels now are working with the LPE17, so we're accustomed to it. I haven't heard anything about a power grip available for it, but again, the camera isn't even released yet, so who knows? That might be something that'll be in the future. But it's a reliable battery. They've had great results, and I understand. It has to do with the size.
That's also going to be another thing that's going to separate the 80D from the 77D. The 80D is going to use a higher milliamp battery, the LP6N, which is found in the 5D Mark IV, 7D Mark II.
On a lot of the cameras.
So also, I don't think we touched yet, and this will kind of close it out. We didn't touch yet on the top shutter speed and the viewfinder. So your top shutter speed on the 77D is going to be at 4,000th of a second, as opposed to 8,000th of a second on the 80D, and you get about 95% on the viewfinder, I think.
Yeah,
as opposed to 100%.
Yeah, because it's a pentamirror viewfinder, so you're not getting that full coverage. But we also live in a world where, face it, a lot of us like to work with the LCD, so that might not be an issue to some of us.
Right. So all in all, it looks like it's going to be a great camera. And again, once we get the camera in hand, we're going to, provide some more information, more details, do some tests.
We'll put it through the ropes. That's what we like to do.
Yeah. Yep. Again, remember, don't forget to hit us up with a like button underneath, subscribe to our channel. If there are any comments or questions about the new camera, please leave them down below, and we'll answer them as quickly as possible.
Remember, subscribe. There's a contest going on and you can win a really nice prize, but you need to subscribe to our channel. Well, I hope you found this video to be helpful. If it did, remember to hit me up with a like button underneath and subscribe to our channel for future tutorials, frequently asked questions, and unboxings. And don't forget, if you're ever in Miami, come say hello at Digital Goja showrooms. Happy shooting.